Genesis chapter 32, verse 3 through verse 8. And Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau his brother unto the land of Seir, the country of Edom. And he commanded them, saying, Thus shall ye speak unto my lord Esau. Thy servant Jacob saith thus, I have sojourned with Laban, and stayed there until now. And I have oxen, and asses, flocks, and menservants, and women servants. And I have sent to tell my lord that I may find grace in thy sight. And the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, We came to thy brother Esau, and also he cometh to meet thee, and 400 men with him. Then Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed, and he divided the people that was with him, and the flocks and herds and the camels into 2 bands, and said, If Esau come to the one company and smite it, then the other company which is left shall escape. Now that Jacob was re-entering Canaan, God, by the vision of angels, reminded him of the friends he had when he left it, and thence he takes occasion to remind himself of the enemies he had, particularly Esau. It is probable that Rebekah had sent him word of Esau's settlement in Seir, and of the continuance of his enmity to him. What shall poor Jacob do? He longs to see his father, and yet he dreads to see his brother. He rejoices to see Canaan again, and yet cannot but rejoice with trembling because of Esau. He sends a very kind and humble message to Esau. It does not appear that his way lay through Esau's country, or that he needed to ask his leave for a passage, but his way lay near it, and he would not go by him without paying him the respect due to a brother, a twin brother, an only brother, an elder brother, a brother offended. Note 1. Though our relations fail in their duty to us, yet we must make conscience of doing our duty to them too. It is a piece of friendship and brotherly love to acquaint our friends with our condition and inquire into theirs. Acts of civility may help to slay enmities. Jacob's message to him is very obliging. Genesis chapter 32, verse 4 and verse 5. 1. He calls Esau his lord, himself his servant, to intimate that he did not insist upon the prerogatives of the birthright and blessing he had obtained for himself, but left it to God to fulfill his own purpose in his seed. Note. Yielding pacifies great offenses. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 4. We must not refuse to speak in a respectful and submissive manner to those that are ever so unjustly exasperated against it. 2. He gives him a short account of himself, that he was not a fugitive and a vagabond, but, though long absent, had had a certain dwelling place with his own relations. I have sojourned with Laban, and stayed there till now. And that he was not a beggar, nor did he come home as the prodigal son, destitute of necessaries and likely to be a charge to his relations. No, I have oxen and asses. This he knew would, if anything, recommend him to Esau's good opinion. And 3, he courts his favor. I have sent, that I might find grace in thy sight. Note. It is no disparagement to those that have the better cause to become petitioners for reconciliation and to sue for peace as well as right. He receives a very formidable account of Esau's warlike preparations against him. Verse 6, not a word, but a blow, a very coarse return to his kind message, and a sorry welcome home to a poor brother. He comes to meet thee, and 400 men with him. He is now weary of waiting for the days of mourning for this good father, and even before they come, he resolves to slay his brother one. He remembers the old quarrel and will now be avenged on him for the birthright and blessing, and if possible, defeat Jacob's expectations from both. Note, malice harbored will last long, and find an occasion to break out with violence a great while after the provocations given. Angry men have good memories. 2. He envies Jacob what little estate he had, and though he himself was now possessed of a much better, yet nothing will serve him but to feed his eyes upon Jacob's ruin and fill his fields with Jacob's spoils. Perhaps the account Jacob sent him of his wealth did but provoke him the more. 3. He concludes it easy to destroy him, now that he was upon the road, a poor weary traveler, unfixed and, as he thinks, unguarded. Those that have the serpent's poison have commonly the serpent's policy, to take the first and fairest opportunity that offers itself for revenge. 4. He resolves to do it suddenly, and before Jacob had come to his father, lest he should interpose and mediate between them. Esau was one of those that hated peace. When Jacob speaks peaceably, he is for war. Psalm chapter 120, verse 6 and verse 7. Out he marches, spurred on with rage and intent on blood and murders. 400 men he had with him, probably such as used to hunt with him, armed no doubt, rough and cruel like their leader, ready to execute the word of command, though ever so barbarous, and now breathing nothing but threatenings and slaughter. The 10th part of these were enough to cut off poor Jacob and his guiltless, helpless family, root and branch. No marvel, therefore, that it follows. Verse 7. Then Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed, perhaps the more so from having scarcely recovered the fright Laban had put him in note. Many are the troubles of the righteous in this world, and sometimes the end of one is but the beginning of another. The clouds return after the rain. Jacob, though a man of great faith, yet was now greatly afraid. Note, a lively apprehension of danger and a quickening fear arising from it may very well consist with a humble confidence in God's power and promise. Christ himself, in his agony, was sorely amazed. He puts himself into the best posture of defense that his present circumstances will admit. It was absurd to think of making resistance. All his contrivance is to make an escape. Genesis chapter 32, verse 7 and verse 8. He thinks it prudent not to venture all in one bottom, and therefore divides what he had into 2 companies, that, if one was smitten, the other might escape. Like a tender, careful master of a family, he is more solicitous for their safety than for his own. He divided his company, not as Abraham. Genesis chapter 14, verse 15. For fight, but for flight.